From a book, Do They Not Contemplate? Is there a creator? Man wonders about his existence and himself. How did I arrive? And from where? And from what? And why? And to where? Will I go back to nothing as I was? Or is there another life? Do these questions have answers? Either you find human assumptions and claims here and there, or you find a guide from the creator of this human being. There are those who deny the creator because they have not seen him, those who try to draw pictures of him, and those who believe in him unseen. But they forgot to wonder and contemplate about creatures bigger and greater than themselves.
إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب الذين.
A statement of the precision of order in this universe, and that this enormous universe is running in the highest degree of precision and well organized. So, do you see a flaw, an imperfection, or a defect, O son of Adam? And it is he who spread out the earth, and placed therein firm mountains and rivers, and of every kind of fruits. He made Zawjain Ithnain, two in pairs. He brings the night as a cover over the day. Verily in these things there are ayat, proofs, evidence, lessons, signs, etc., for people who reflect. And in the earth are neighboring tracts, and gardens of vines, and green crops, and date palms, growing into 2 or 3 from a single stem root, or otherwise, watered with the same water, yet some of them we make more excellent than others to eat. Verily, in these things there are ayat for the people who understand. So look at this difference and diversity. Its origin is from one water, the earth is one, and its material is one. And is it possible to count these blessings in their diversity, shape, color, sound, language?
أفمن يخلق كمن لا يخلق أفلا تذكرون.
So what do you think? Is the Creator equal or similar to the creation? How do you judge? Have not those who disbelieve known that the heavens and the earth were joined together as one united piece? Then we parted them? And we have made from water every living thing. Will they not then believe? The water is one of the greatest creations, one of the pillars and foundations of life. In fact, it is the first element of life. So what did you do to get this water, which is the basis of your life in this world? Invented it, made it, produced it. Then tell me about the water that you drink. Is it you who cause it from the rain clouds to come down, or are we the causer of it to come down? If we willed, we verily could make it salt and undrinkable. Why then do you not give thanks to Allah? So what do you do if this fresh water turns into very salty and bitter water, not suitable for drinking or planting?
قل أرأيتم إن أصبح ماؤكم غورا فمن يأتيكم بماء معين.
Or imagine if it became deeply entrenched in the ground. Is there a solution or an alternative? Do they not look in the dominion of the heavens and the earth and all things that Allah has created, and that it may be that the end of their lives is near? In what message after this will they then believe? Do you know when you will die? Then think before that day.
والله أخرجكم من بطون أمهاتكم لا تعلمون شيئا وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة لعلكم تشكرون. ألم يروا إلى الطير مسخرات في جو السماء ما يمسكهن إلا الله إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يؤمنون.
Who gave birds the ability to fly? He just gave you these blessings for free to learn, reflect, and get to know your Creator, so that you may be one of the thankful ones, or you may be one of the... Or how about trying to have a baby with wings? Can you? Then why do you disbelieve in the one who ordained all things? He has created everything and has measured it exactly according to its due measurement. Have they not traveled through the land, and have they hearts wherewith to understand, and ears wherewith to hear? Verily, it is not the eyes that grow blind, but it is the hearts which are in the breasts that grow blind. So try not to blind your heart to the
وفي الأرض آيات للموقنين وفي أنفسكم أفلا تبصرون وفي السماء رزقكم وما توعدون فورب السماء والأرض إنه لحق مثل ما أنكم تنطقون.
This is the truth, as you do not doubt that you speak with your will, and your speech indicates your hearing and sight and your existence. So is this all play and vain? Or is it for a purpose?
أيحسب الإنسان أن يترك سدى ألم يك نطفة من مني يمنى ثم كان علقة فخلق فسوى فجعل منه الزوجين الذكر والأنثى أليس ذلك بقادر على أن يحيي الموتى.
Were you created to be left neglected, without commands and prohibitions, or will you be left under the dirt forever? Does man, a disbeliever, think that we shall not assemble his bones? Yes, we are able to put together in perfect order the tips of his fingers. Take a moment to stop reading and imagine if humans were created without fingers on their hands. Just imagine what the results of this shortage would be. Has there not been over man a period of time when he was not a thing worth mentioning? Verily, we have created man from nutfah, of mixed semen, in order to try him, so we made him hearer and seer. Verily, we showed him the way, whether he be grateful or ungrateful. Plant a screw or a small piece of iron for months, years, or whatever you want. Does it become a car or something else? So which path will you choose? Thanks or
كيف تكفرون بالله وكنتم أمواتا فأحياكم ثم يميتكم ثم يحييكم ثم إليه ترجعون.
قتل الإنسان ما أكفره من أي شيء خلقه من نطفة خلقه فقدره ثم السبيل يسره ثم أماته فأقبره ثم إذا شاء أنشره كلا لما يقض ما أمره فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه أنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم شققنا الأرض شقا فأنبتنا فيها حبا وعنبا وقضبا وزيتونا ونخلا وحدائق غلبا وفاكهة وأبا متاعا لكم ولأنعامكم.
How do you disbelieve in your Creator, or what made you ungrateful for blessings? Don't you see what you are created from? So you are too proud to obey your Creator? Created from sperm, He formed you in your mother's womb, and He made for you bones, flesh, blood, and all your organs, and made you perfect. Then you came out of that womb into this life without any effort from you. He showed you the path of good and evil. Then He took your life, then you are underground. Then He will revive you for reckoning. So don't be one of those who say to them, no, you haven't done your job. Look at your food. Look at its entrance and exit. See how He was created? Look at its variety, color, and taste. This is an enjoyment for you and your livestock. But don't be like the cattle. Are you created to eat and drink only? Or do you think that most of them hear or understand? They are only like cattle. Nay, they are even farther astray from the path. So you have the hearing and the mind? Or are you more astray than cattle? Since there is no reckoning against them.
أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون.
Man wonders how the dead come back to life when they are bones. Didn't he reflect on himself that he was a sperm? Doesn't he contemplate that whoever created this structure the first time can repeat the process? He then gave you a real-life example with several wisdoms, including, seed is like a sperm, and then goes through stages until it becomes a green tree like a human being, until it became a dry wood like bones. And in another verse,
ألم تر أن الله أنزل من السماء ماء فسلكه ينابيع في الأرض ثم يخرج به زرعا مختلفا ألوانه ثم يهيج فتراه مصفرا ثم يجعله حطاما إن في ذلك لذكرى لأولي الألباب.
It is also wise that the green tree is from water. The water is cold and wet against the fire. Two cannot meet. So God made from him the fire. He is the one who is able to make the opposite out of the opposite. He is the one who is able to revive you after your death, and to him you will return. Then he mentioned a bigger example than the creation of man, which is the creation of the heavens and the earth and the ability to create like them. If he wants to create something, he doesn't need any effort or processing. He is the creator, the inventor of all things, the bestower of forms.
لخلق السماوات والأرض أكبر من خلق الناس ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون.
What stage are you in? Knowledge, or are you still in ignorance? Or do you want a smaller example of creation? O mankind, a similitude has been coined, but listen to it carefully. Verily those on whom you call besides Allah cannot create even a fly, even though they combine together for the purpose. And if the fly snatches away a thing from them, they will have no power to release it from the fly. So weak are both the seeker and the sought. They have not estimated Allah his rightful estimate. Verily Allah is all-strong, almighty. If all human beings gathered to create and produce a fly, they could not. This is the most weakest and despicable of creatures, let alone something bigger. Were they created by nothing, or were they themselves the creators? Or did they create the heavens and the earth? Nay, but they have no firm belief. So were you created from nothing, or did you create yourself? Or did you create the universe and its system? So will you stay with the doubt, or will you seek the certainty?
بل هم في شك يلعبون.
Like a child who plays and does what he doesn't know the consequences of. Have we not made for him 2 eyes, and a tongue and 2 lips, and shown him the 2 ways, good and evil? He made your eyes, tongue, and lips, beauty for your face. Don't you see and realize the ayat, proofs, evidence, verses, lessons, signs, revelations, by them? Isn't it because of them that you eat, speak, and express yourself? He made you sane to recognize the 2 paths. Which one will you choose? The likeness of the 2 parties is as the blind and the deaf and the seer and the hearer. Are they equal when compared? Will you not then take heed? O man, what has made you careless about your Lord, the most generous, who created you, fashioned you perfectly, and gave you due proportion? In whatever form he willed, he put you together. Imagine if your ear was in your face, or your eye in your knee, or your hands one in front of you and the other behind you, or were you created without them? Or let's change the question. Why man was created in the best way? O mankind, if you are in doubt about the resurrection, then verily we have created you from dust, then from a nutfa, then from a clot, then from a little lump of flesh, some formed and some unformed, that we may make it clear to you. And we cause whom we will to remain in the wombs for an appointed term. Then we bring you out as infants, then that you may reach your age of full strength. And among you there is he who dies, and among you there is he who is brought back to the miserable old age, so that he knows nothing after having known. And you see the earth barren, but when we send down water on it, it is stirred, and it swells and puts forth every lovely kind of growth. This is the guide to the stages and phases of human creation. Adam, the first human being, was created from dust and then through stages, until the soul was breathed into it. Only God owns it.
إذ قال ربك للملائكة إني خالق بشرا من طين فإذا سويته ونفخت فيه من روحي فقعوا له ساجدين فسجد الملائكة.
Then he created her husband Eve out of him. And spread from them all humanity. These are the stages of the creation of the first human being. And in the next verse, the Almighty says,
وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ
Then we come to the stages of human creation in the mother's womb, which are 4. The semen drop is in her womb for 40 days. Then it turns into another stage, becoming a clinging clot. And after another 40 days, the clinging clot turns into an embryonic lump. This stage also lasts 40 days. This embryonic lump continues to develop gradually. Bones are formed and then covered with flesh. Once it has completed 120 days, then the 4th stage comes. God Almighty sends an angel who has charge of the wombs, and he breathes the spirit into them. Then it starts to move and becomes a living being. The mother feels it. Who made everything he has created good, and he began the creation of man from clay. Then he made his offspring from semen of despised water. Then he fashioned him in due proportion, and breathed into him the soul. And he gave you hearing, sight, and heart. Little is the thanks you give. This is the system and the arrangement of the stages of the creation of every human being. Can this order be changed or modified? Think. These are the ayat, evidence, verses, lessons, revelations, etc. of Allah, which we recite to you, O Muhammad, with truth. then in which speech after Allah and His ayat will they believe? So look around you to everything, contemplate, question, think, reflect. Perhaps you will live again.
كمن مثله في الظلمات ليس بخارج